Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to be comparing the new Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum and the new Saie Dew Bronze. So these were both released last week and they're both now available at Sephora. I did get the Saie Dew Bronze first and I already have a short up trying this one out and I have been absolutely loving it. But this is the new Saie Dew Bronze Soft Focus Liquid Bronzer. So I think it's supposed to be the same formula as their liquid blush. If you're familiar with that formula, I have the shade Sand. So this is made in the US and has a 12-month shelf life. This is the lightest shade that they have and I've been absolutely loving this one. So the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum just came in. I have not put this on the face yet. This also has a 12-month shelf life and is made in the US. So in the Makeup by Mario, you get 1.01 fluid ounces. In the Saie, you get 0.4 fluid ounces. So you're getting more than double the amount of product in the Makeup by Mario. In the Makeup by Mario, you also get a doe foot and a pump, which I think is very innovative and I'm really excited about. In the Saie, you just get a doe foot. But let's pin the hair back and try on both of these. I'll compare them and I'll share my thoughts. So on this side, I am going to go in with the Saie because I already know how it performs and how much I like it. So this one does come with a doe foot, which I don't mind, and I typically wouldn't put this type of product directly on the face. Typically with liquid products, I like to put them on my hand or on a palette and then work them into the brush. But with this product, it actually is perfectly okay to apply directly to the face and you're not going to get any patchiness. So let me just show you. So applied directly like that, it looks very dark and deep, but it blends out like an absolute dream. Like, do you see that? Just blended, and it is definitely on the sheer side, but it is buildable. So I will just add a little bit more so you can see. But I mean, it blends out like such a dream and it blends so quickly. It's no work at all to blend this product out. There you go. Just like that. It's already blended in and it looks so nice. It looks so natural. Like I said, definitely on the sheer side, but buildable. So I'm going to do a stripe right here and it looks so scary and intense, but it blends out like a dream. And I have to wonder, I'm tempted to pick up one of the liquid blushes. I'm not huge on liquid blush, but I'm tempted to pick one up now because of how much I like this formula. And you can see that just gave like a really nice little bronze to the face, just a little bit of shaping. I've actually been playing with the Saie Dew Bronze all weekend and I've just been absolutely loving it. So you can probably see it is definitely on the more sheer side, but it's still really pretty. Now jumping over to the Makeup by Mario side, like I mentioned, this one does have more than double the amount of product as the Saie. And if you actually look really closely at it, it's got like these shimmery particles in it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the foundation and the way that it's almost shimmery in the bottle. So I love that you get a pump and I love that you also have a doe foot. One thing I will say is that this is a plastic component, so it's not very heavy, but I'm going to try this directly with the doe foot. So there actually is a little hole in the doe foot to work with the pump, but I am going to apply it with the doe foot just like I did with the Saie because this is supposed to be a very sheer product. So I'm expecting it to be very easy to blend as well. This shade looks perfect. I should mention in the Mario, I got the shade Fair. So just cleaning off my brush and then going in with the Mario. Definitely very sheer. I think it's actually a little bit more sheer than the Saie. So I'm going to add a little bit more. So I would say the Mario is more sheer and not quite as buildable. So I'm going to do the same thing down here. Definitely, the swatch is definitely appearing much more sheer as well. but that's still giving me like a really nice sculpt. That's really nice. I do think the Mario is going to be more ideal for a lighter coverage foundation. Today I'm still using the new Fenty Soft Lit, which I just really love, but it's still looking really nice. You can see that this also gave me a nice little shape and sculpt to the face. These both have a very, very natural finish. I think the Mario is more sheer than the Saie, but not as buildable. So the Saie, you can kind of build it up to get a little bit more pigment, whereas the Mario, I really don't think you can. Can you tell the difference on the two sides? I feel like the Saie gave me a little bit more of a sculpt, but like I said, it is a little bit more pigmented. But the Mario also looks really, really nice. These are very, very similar products. I like them both. I think they're both really nice. I think if you're looking for more pigment, the Saie is going to be a better option, but the Mario is really, really nice. And I like that you have the option of a pump. I think because this product is so sheer, I don't mind applying it directly to the face with a doe foot, but I like that you have the option with a pump. That's going to be great for makeup artists, but it is going to be really nice if you like to pump it out and work it into the brush before applying to the face. That's really, really nice. Okay, I'm just going to pop on a liquid blush in keeping with this. I've been loving the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tints. This one is in the shade 50.5. I think it's like a rosy peach. And this is another formula that is very, very sheer, which is kind of why I wanted to work with it today. So I do have a short up on this one as well, but I just thought I would kind of incorporate it into today's video so you can see I've been testing it and playing with it. See, it's very pretty, but like I said, very sheer. Just adding a little bit more. And this is another one because it's so sheer, I don't mind applying directly to the face. I typically would not apply the Rare Beauty directly to the face because that one is so pigmented. All right, so here is the final look. On this side, we have the Mario and the Armani blush. Over here, we have the Saie and the Armani blush. So the Saie is also quite sheer, but definitely more pigmented, definitely gives you a little bit more of a sculpt, whereas the Mario is definitely very, very sheer and not as buildable, whereas the Saie you can apply more and build it. The Saie looks much more intense on initial application, but it blends out so unbelievably quickly. And the Mario does as well. So they are both incredibly easy to blend, easy to work with products. I'm definitely very impressed with how easy they are to blend. Now, talking about some quick comparisons, I wanted to talk about the Makeup by Mario Shaping Serum as well as the Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer. So the Skin Enhancer came out last year. I have mine in the shade Light, which is the lightest one. So this one came out last year, and this is just like a cream bronzer, but it is very, very sheer and it gives a very soft sculpt to the skin, much like the new Shaping Serum. I do think that this one is also very sheer, but is definitely a little bit more pigmented and a little bit more buildable than the new Shaping Serum. The Shaping Serum, I don't find you can get as much pigment if you build it, whereas the Skin Enhancer you can. These are both going to be great for no makeup days. It's really just kind of the formula you prefer, whether you prefer a liquid or a cream, but this one will give you a little bit more pigment than this one. This one will be a tiny bit more buildable, but they're both very sheer, both very blendable, both very, very easy to work with products. I will pop up the swatches. So I have the Skin Enhancer on top, I have the Shaping Serum on the bottom, so you can kind of see the differences there. And following that, I wanted to add in a swatch of the new Saie Dew Bronze on the very bottom. So on initial swatch, this one looks very, very pigmented, but it actually just blends out like an absolute dream and is so easy to work with. And again, it gives a pretty natural looking sculpt. Compared to the Mario, it definitely looks very pigmented and intense, but on its own, it's just a really nice, beautiful, soft sculpt. It looks intense compared to the Mario, but it's really not. It's just such a beautiful product to work with. And the only other liquid bronzer I have in my collection to compare to is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. So I have mine in fair medium. So on swatch, this one is on the very bottom. This one looks very, very deep. This one is also easy to blend, but it's definitely much more pigmented than either of these two and definitely takes more work to blend than these. These are so much easier to blend. They all have a bit of a glow to them. They both look really nice on the skin. They're both blendable. This is going to give you the most amount of pigment out of the three, and it's going to take a little bit more work to blend. These two blend like an absolute dream, even when you apply directly to the face, which is not known to be the best way to apply liquid products like this. Anytime you're working with a liquid product, the safest method is to always apply it to your hand, work it into the brush, and apply to the face. I definitely recommend doing that with this, but with these, they're just so blendable and easy to work with and on the sheer side, so it's perfectly fine to apply them to the face and blend that way. There's nothing wrong with that. So I actually do prefer the two new products to the Charlotte Tilbury just because I find them so unbelievably easy to work with. I've also been loving the Armani liquid blush. This is also on the sheer side, especially when compared to the Rare Beauty, but you can see I was able to build up a really pretty color, and now my skin just looks very glowy and dewy. But overall, I think these are both really great products. I like both of them. Honestly, I think I'm leaning a little bit more toward the Saie just because it does give me a little bit more shape while still being very sheer, very buildable, very, very blendable. The Mario is also very nice. I love we have a doe foot. I love that we have a pump. The Saie is much more affordable. However, I like the price point of the Saie better, but the Mario gives you more than double the product. So in terms of value, maybe the Mario is a little bit better, especially because you also get a pump. However, I think they're both phenomenal. If you want something that is super, super sheer, you'll love the Mario. Absolutely love it, but I think the Saie can also do great for that. So I will, of course, keep testing these and let you know at the end of the month in my speed reviews video which one I like better. So far I'm leaning toward the Saie just because I find I get a little bit more shape and definition with it, but like I said, I've tried it more than I've tried the Mario. So maybe after I've tried the Mario a little bit more, I will lean that way. But overall, I think they're both excellent products. It just depends on your own preferences and what you like out of a cream bronzer, though they are both very, very similar. If you want to save a little bit, definitely go for the Saie. You're not going to be disappointed or upset. This is so good. But the Mario is also wonderful. And I also do think both shades are really great for me personally. Neither one of them are too warm leaning, too orange leaning. They're both a little bit on that cool side, so they do give a nice shape to the face. That is it for me today. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you leaning toward either one of these in particular? I don't think you can go wrong either way if you are, but let me know all of your thoughts down below. Let me know if you're planning to pick up one of these. Are there any questions maybe I didn't quite answer? Let me know. I love hearing from you guys so, so much. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!